Hmm? Let's see, how do I do the link? How do I send a link? Top chat, hideout chat, top chat, 14. Send. All right. What's going on, guys? Hey, I'm live over here, just so you know. So let me get everything ready. Got this towel. I got my iPad out so I can check everything happening. Trying to get everything going here, guys. It's a little malfunction going on. Okay, there we go. We're good to go. I'm going to paint a beach scene. I'm going to show you how I do it. First, I'm going to pull out some blue. Let's do the water line here. I have my horizon line. I usually use this as the red devil. So we'll go ahead and do this, set this up. It's really basic stuff. And we're going to run some lines. I'm just going to go straight across with it. Real simple to do. You can literally just go back and forth. This is the easy part. And then add some darker areas. I tend to do that. Put a dome over it. Let me straighten this out here. Put a slight dome on the top of it. We'll also do some dagger strokes in the sky, simple clouds. Real simple stuff. Now let's get into the fun part, the clouds. I've had several people ask me about how I do my clouds. I do them way different than everyone else. We'll make some purple clouds. So what I do when I do my clouds, I don't know if you can see it or not, I usually feather it off and then I just scoop them up. I do these like U-shape type deal, but I do them real fast. Kind of feathers it off. And then I'll come back. I do it again. Just do it. Give it a little texture, I guess, or dark shadows. Purple's acting funny. And I'll do some more, and then I'll start drawing little dagger strokes again. I can hear my purples giving me a hard time. There we go. Yeah, that's a little better. And then we'll come back. I'll add some purple clouds, and I'll do the same for over here. Usually you'll see me angle a lot of times when I'm painting because I don't want overspray to go this way. So people tend to paint like this, or if you're right-handed, you'll tend to paint this away, so you'll get the overspray. So you'll notice how I arched everything inward and downward and going up, except for here. It's not really that much. But when I do stuff, I usually tend to do this even on t-shirts. And then when you get to the center, it's okay because you know it's going to go everywhere. But that just keeps things in line there. And the same thing. And then do some more stuff. Do a few more lines here. If anybody ever wants to thin out their paint, this is really good right here. This is golden airbrush medium. It actually works really good. It's not like reducer where it thins and dilutes the paint. This actually has polymers in it where it actually works with the paint itself, the pigments and everything, so it doesn't like mess it up. And then when it dries, you would think that being that it's white, it would change the color, but no, it's like other paints. It dries clear, so you keep the original color basically. So those are really good to use. You can use any medium really. You just got to test them out, see which one works for you. There's a lot of others that are a little heavier. So we have that, and that's basic. It's really dark. I mean, I'm working kind of fast here. Actually, I got the edges over here too. Kind of closed in a little bit. You can hear it's got a clog in it. Not good. So next one, we'll go ahead and use something like red, I guess. Red's a good color if you want to play with other colors. So we'll do some more. More clouds. Let me get this. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add orange. It just changes the color a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Now let's add some orange. And this is pretty much my fast version. And if you really want to add, let's see, you can add some yellow. I'm not going to add a sun because my sun's really small. It's just my cap off my adhesive spray. So it's real tiny. So I'm just going to go without a sun. And if everyone is wondering, my colors that I use, this is Aquaflow. I use E-Tac everything else because, you know, for what we do elsewhere. Although for in here I use Aquaflow. It's extremely bright. My orange is Aquaflow, my red's Aquaflow, my purple or violet. My violet is Createx. Actually, it's Createx mixed with Aquaflow because Aquaflow is so dark. I have to lighten it up. And the blue is Aquaflow as well. My black is E-Tac. A little more orange to fill it in some. It's looking a bit rough with the purple. But the most important thing is, oh, excuse me, we're going to do the lettering. And, we'll do some lines. I usually see the lines. I'll also use light blue, or this is E-Tac, so it's, no, this is, I'm sorry, this is Createx, the Caribbean blue. But Chino has a new light blue out. He called it Diana blue because he was naming it after his wife. We were laughing about that. So he's going to send me some of that, which is really close to this Caribbean blue, which I think is great because we needed it. Caribbean blue is such a great beach color for everybody painting on the beach. This is, we would go through this a lot. Then we'll add a little yellow. It's getting kind of scary with the orange on the blue because they blend. So I'm going to do it between the spaces where it's lighter. Then we have a little red, but I don't really want to use the red that much. If we add too much though, it'll start looking dirty. Like to me, this is all dirty right here. You can see how dark it is and the way it's, but my purple's messed up also. I did not expect it, but it's okay. So let's do a tree. palm tree. So I guess we'll do a palm tree here. Get that set. Now we do some lines for the grass. There we go. You can do a few of those. A little grass, short sea oats. And we'll do this. Now, one thing I do for trees, these are my trees, but we'll do each individual. We call these spiders on sticks because they would just have all these legs sticking out. Sometimes they would look like spiders on sticks. And then add extra in between. Make the palm tree, get little zigzags on it. And spider on a stick, that's a thick tree. Let's overdo it and we'll add a couple birds. Now we do a name. Let's see. A good name. How about Sandy? We'll do Sandy. So. There we go. And I'll do a little thicker on it, a little thick and thin. Double back. Maybe a shadow. Shadow would be good. Maybe a purple shadow. No. Yeah, let's do a purple shadow. Oh, paint skipping. There's that. Add a little purple in there. Maybe some blue. And there we go, everyone. Super fast, super simple beach design on a towel. I don't think it gets any simpler than that. And you got your little birds and the colors. Of course, my purple's a little messed up there, but that's okay, it worked. And that should do it, guys. Now, if you want to see me do something else, I have a t-shirt. I had just made this design about a week ago. I'll let this set to dry. And I'll put this down. Let me get this. Of course, I have a stencil. Here we go. This is my new summer 2024 design. And I'll paint this one. This shouldn't take that long. So what I'll do is I'll first start off with black because I'm going to go around it with blue. So since they're two dark colors, it wouldn't matter. If it was a lighter color, I'd go with the light color first and then come back with the black. So that way the black would be brighter because they tend to cover up the black and dull it out with the other colors. I would fade that. You can fill those in. I've seen it where other artists wouldn't fill those in. They would just run a beach scene through it. I tend to like to fill it in because you can read it a little bit better. Now this is a good design because it can go both ways for guys and girls. And the colors I'll use is basically almost the same thing as the one I just did on the towel, except I won't use purple. I made this for someone earlier. So a good name. Let's see. You can do Brian. Let's do Brian. I tend to double back on all mine. I can do thick and thin, although I do it on colored shirts, darker colored shirts. And that's because it doesn't show overspray. On the white shirts, I usually tend to stay thinner and then I'll double back because it's cleaner. Let's go with our blue. So as you can see, I'm angling inward just so I don't get overspray going crazy everywhere. And then I will lightly go over here. A lot of times I don't do shadows because it seems like the trends have kind of gone away with the shadows. There are people who like shadows on them, but as you can see, you can read the words a lot more. It just depends on who it is and what you're doing and what their preferences are or what the preference of the artist is. I tend to stay away from shadows unless it looks good with it. A lot of times I don't use it anymore like I used to. It's more of an old school type of deal. So we have this, now we're going to peel it. There's that. All right. I guess I'm going to use a light blue. We're going to make it bright on the inside. So that way it doesn't match the darker blue. So we can literally go over this. I don't think it really hurts it that much. And then I'll go around this, give it an edge. Kind of marks it off, gives it a boundary. And then we'll run some water lines. This is really light because it's Createx. And let's do some clouds, and I'm doing the same thing. I'll bend it this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'll run it up lighter and lighter. I'll do the same thing over here. You can see I kind of zigzag it around. Do these little U shapes. It gives it a fluffy texture. Do some more little dagger strokes. And let's add some pink into it. So I'm going to put pink over the top of it. I might add a little darker blue in it here and there. This is kind of light. Seems a bit too light for me. Now in this here, actually I can add a sun in this. And do a really nice, like I'll add some more, go heavier on the pink. And we'll do yellow. And of course the yellow will make orange. Keep it on the inside. I don't want to hit the blue because we know it'll turn green. It's already turning green on the light blue, but that's okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of darker blue into it, kind of set it off a little bit. I thought the light blue would work, the Caribbean blue, but it needs a little bit, touch more of the darker. There, that'll set it off right there. And add some lines into it. You really don't want to put too much dark blue into it. I'm afraid it'll blend too much with the outline. And there we go. Without trees or anything, it's just a real basic design. Real simple, real easy to do. And just bright. And you can see. And there's what it would look like. I don't think it gets more basic than that. And that should do it, guys. Appreciate you watching and everything. I'll do another live here soon, and I'll give you all a heads up when I do. We'll think of something even better to do next time. Thanks, guys.